In a 2024 season filled with ups and downs, the Detroit Lions made crucial decisions that could redefine the future of their defense and, perhaps, the entire franchise. When we talk about the NFL, every move has the potential to become a historic milestone for a team, and the choices the Detroit Lions made throughout this season are certainly at the center of attention. One of those decisions involved the acquisition of Tyion Arnold, a promising cornerback from Alabama, but whose journey in the league had a challenging start. His adaptation to the NFL, the mistakes he made, the failures, and the external criticism made him one of the most analyzed figures at the beginning of his professional career. However, what many didn't expect was that what seemed to be a stumble at the beginning of the season would actually turn out to be a crucial turning point for the player, the Lions' defense, and even for the team's aspirations in future seasons. Arnold was one of the boldest and most anticipated picks in the 2024 draft. The Lions' decision to trade up in the draft to secure his name was a clear indication that the team saw him as a high-impact player, capable of filling an urgent need on the roster. Defense, which had long been the team's weak point. The signing of the Alabama cornerback made sense, because he was seen as one of the best prospects in his position, with great potential to become one of the cornerstones of Detroit's defense. His debut was highly anticipated, and the fact that he was immediately placed as a starter made it clear that the team wasn't sparing any effort to ensure his adaptation was quick and effective. The idea was clear. If the Lions' defense wanted to strengthen, Tyion Arnold would be one of the main players responsible for this change. But, as with many rookies, the transition from college to the NFL was not simple. Difficulties began to arise in the first few weeks. The pressure was immense, and Arnold quickly realized that things wouldn't be easy. He was placed in an extremely demanding man-to-man coverage scheme, which required much more from him than just the talent he had displayed in college. To give you an idea, the Lions' defense, which adopts an aggressive man-to-man coverage style, quickly placed Arnold in direct confrontation with some of the best receivers in the league, whom he had never faced before. As the first few games of the season progressed, it became clear that, despite his potential, he was not fully prepared to handle the intensity of professional play. His playing style, which had been effective in college, proved to be risky in the NFL, and the consequences were numerous penalties, pass interference, holding, and other fouls started to pile up, hindering the defense's performance. If you look at Arnold's stats at the end of the season, they don't do justice to the hype that surrounded him at the start of the year. His Pro Football Focus grade was only 50.8, and his coverage rating was 52. These numbers clearly show the amount of difficulty Arnold faced. However, the NFL is an environment where evolution and adaptation are key to success, and Arnold, despite the difficulties, never gave up. Throughout the season, he was forced to look at his failures and strive for perfection, and something surprising began to happen. In the following weeks, Arnold's performance started to improve significantly. By week 14, the cornerback who had previously been penalized frequently began to behave more disciplined. The fouls decreased, and Arnold began to show a much more refined technique. His positioning on the field became more solid. He was able to neutralize receivers more efficiently. And, most importantly, he started to control his aggressiveness in a smarter way. This, of course, didn't go unnoticed by the Lions coaching staff. Brad Holmes, the team's general manager, was one of the first to praise Arnold's improvement. He has the right mentality to be a great player. He's coachable, and most importantly, he cares about the game and has passion for what he does. "I'm sure he's going to keep improving," said Holmes, conveying the confidence that he and the coaching staff have in the cornerback. This evolution in Arnold's performance is not just an important detail, it's a factor that could change the destiny of Detroit's defense in the coming years. If 2024 was a year of struggles for him, 2025 could be the year of his breakthrough. With the possible departure of Carlton Davis, whose contract is about to expire and may demand more than the Lions are willing to pay, the door opens for Arnold to establish himself as one of the team's top defenders. The competition for Davis' spot will be strong, with Amik Robertson also vying for the position, but all indications are that Arnold is ready to take that step. The Lions' defensive coordinator, Kelvin Shepard, has also been a major advocate for Arnold. In recent interviews, Shepard expressed his confidence in the player, highlighting his potential to become a leader of the defense in the coming years. Arnold has everything it takes to be an elite player. He just needs to continue refining his skills and avoid the penalties that hold him back, said the coach. However, the 2025 season isn't just about Arnold and the Lions' defense. There's another parallel narrative that promises to heat up the rivalry between Detroit and its competitors. The comments made by Ben Johnson, former offensive coordinator of the Lions, now head coach of the Chicago Bears. During an interview at the NFL Combine, Johnson made a statement that caused quite a stir in Detroit. Speaking about his new quarterback, Caleb Williams, Johnson made a comment that many interpreted as an indirect criticism of the Lions' current quarterback, Jared Goff. Having an athlete like Caleb who can extend plays and create explosive moments, is something that excites me. I didn't have that in my entire NFL career, said Johnson. At first glance, the comment might seem like simple praise for Williams' talent, but Lions fans quickly noticed that the observation made an implicit comparison with Goff, who isn't known for his ability to improvise plays outside of the scheme. However, Goff has been one of the pillars of the Lions' recent success, with a 2024 regular season that placed him among the best quarterbacks in the league. He threw for 4,629 yards, 37 touchdowns, and only 12 interceptions. Impressive numbers. That contrast with Williams' performance, who struggled in his first season with the Bears. This rivalry is only bound to intensify as the Lions and the Bears will face off twice in 2025. The question now is, will Jared Goff use this provocation to motivate himself and prove on the field that he can indeed create explosive plays and be the star the Lions need? If Johnson's criticism was, in fact, a message to Goff, the response from Detroit's quarterback on the field could be one of the biggest talking points of next season. Meanwhile, Arnold will have his chance to shine and show that the future of the Lions defense is in good hands. The 2025 season promises to be electrifying, with the possible rise of new stars, the evolution of young talents like Arnold, and a battle for supremacy between Detroit and its rivals. Who will be the main protagonist in this story? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The Lions are ready to compete for a successful future, and their choices in 2024 and 2025 will be decisive at the same time. The way Arnold has handled the pressure of being a starter from the beginning of his NFL career shows impressive maturity. The cornerback didn't let early criticisms shake him, and, instead, used those challenges as fuel for his personal growth. This attitude shows that Arnold is not only a talented player, but also a mentally strong one. Qualities that will help him overcome any challenges in the future. The Detroit Lions' decision to invest in Arnold's growth in 2024 could ultimately prove to be one of the most important choices in the team's history. After years of mediocrity, the Lions are beginning to build a team capable of competing at the highest level, and Arnold has the potential to be a key piece in this puzzle.